Today is June 7th, and I'm Derek O'Shea, and this is the Derek O'Shea Show. New breaking reports just came in. The top Chinese military scientist filed coronavirus vaccine patent in February 2020, and then mysteriously died. But I trust the Chinese. Just ask, our top scientist here working with Anthony Fauci. Yeah, we went to Wuhan, and then we asked them to show us several reports. I just watched the 60 Minutes, and they said there was nothing, and so we trust them. But what else can you do? Zhao, who conducted the research in conjunction with the Wuhan Institute, also the University of Minnesota, and the New York Blood Center, was the first to file a patent for COVID-19 vaccine on February 24 last year. According to documents obtained by the Weekend Australian, this was only 5 weeks after China admitted there was a human-to-human transmission of the virus. Hey, but we trust the Chinese, right? Right. Zhao is listed as the lead inventor of the patent application lodged by the Institute of Military Medicine Academy in the Military Science of the PLA, according to the Australian. Totally died mysteriously. More to this to come. Dr. Stephen Quarry and Richard Mueller, a physics professor at the University of California, Berkeley, made the claim in the Wall Street Journal on Sunday and amid growing speculation of the coronavirus leaked from the Wuhan Institute of Virology, saying, quote, the most compelling reason to favor the lab leak hypothesis is firmly based in science. Oh, that word. That word has been so abused all year long, like racism. Just like, this is what the science says. He said, this is the most compelling reason of why to favor the leak hypothesis is firmly based in, he quotes, science. The experts wrote, stating that COVID-19 has a genetic footprint that has never been observed in a natural coronavirus. Hey, don't worry, because Anthony Blinken had said something on HBO. He said the Secretary, Anthony Blinken, says that Biden is determined to get down to the bottom of COVID-19's origins and vows that to hold the Chinese accountable, but did not comment on the U.S. involvement on Wuhan lab. Hey, don't talk about Fauci. We're talking about the Chinese right now. What are your thoughts on that? Are you just all in on the Wuhan lab leak theory? I feel like I'm pretty much there. I think I was always there, but now I'm like, okay, now that it's okay to talk about, and our big tech overlords tell us it's okay, and those in power say, hey, you're allowed to say these things now, because it's not racist to question the Chinese government anymore. It's okay to do it because Biden's in office. You could do things now. Apple employees are protesting their gradual return to office. Oh my gosh, as Tom McDonald just did that Snowflakes song. The irony. Apple employees were protesting the return to the office, saying, we often felt we are just not heard, but at times actively ignored. Yeah, that's what happens when you're in your management. You can't listen to everyone. Apple CEO Tim Cook asked employees last Wednesday to return to the office for 3 days a week starting in September, after over a year of working remotely because of the pandemic. Tim Cook, Tim, this is why, you support all these policies, you hire these kind of people that also follow these policies, and what do you find? People don't want to work. And when they do get asked back to work, and it's only 3 days a week starting in September, when it's June now, they had plenty of time to get over that and go see some counseling and be okay with going back to work. But no, no, they're going to fight this. Twitter is in the fire as of lately, not only due to the pit going conference with Jack Dorsey coming out and talking about, I know some of you guys don't like the way we handle our business. No, we just want you to be free. Twitter reacts to Nigerians' ban, calling for open internet because it's an essential human right after censoring Trump, which is ironic. One day after Twitter deleted a controversial tweet made by the country's president, Nigeria's Minister of Information and Culture announced that Twitter is being suspended indefinitely in Nigeria, in the African nation. Twitter responded by describing the hashtag open internet as an essential human right in society, prompting accusations of hypocrisy from critics. Don't you love when somebody's being hypocritical as they're telling you it's hypocritical? It's like, it's a circle. It's a beautiful circle. And we just keep going around and around and around. Basically, Twitter's saying, hey, this is how we want it, and we want to be the ones to censor. You're not allowed to censor us, but we're allowed to censor you because you're on our platform. We own you. It's just a platform, right, guys? It's just a private company. They don't influence elections. They're not in control of governments. They don't control information. It's just a platform. You can go and find any other platform, right? France is fining Google $268 million for abuse in big tech ad power. Right, it's just a private company. It's just a private company where they're just, influencing elections, probably giving a bunch of money to candidates they support. They're just a private company. They're just like my coffee shop down the street. They shouldn't be regulated, okay? God, conservatives. Seriously, it's probably the most liberal part of me is these big techs, they need to be regulated. They're a public utility at this point, and I don't know. I just can't. I'm not on board with they're just a private company. I just can't. Let me know your thoughts on that. I know it's a slippery slope, but I don't care. Jamil Hill calls Manchin. Oh, to get into some culture and white guy stuff. Jamil Hill, remember her on ESPN? Hey, you're doing so good on this activism stuff. We'll give you your own show. Jamil Hill calls Manchin a cowardly, power-hungry white dude over election bill. The things you can say if you're not white on television. You're allowed to say racist stuff. Hey, why does she have to describe him as a white dude? Because it means a lot. Because it means he's racist. Jamil. Just a wonderful human being. Speaking of wonderful human being, female Amazon driver went viral this weekend for beating up an elderly woman after reportedly telling her to check her white privilege. According to sources, the white woman, we'll just call her white woman, because that's all they are these days, these white people. We'll just call you white. Saying to check her own privilege, but apparently there was a package that was delayed, and she was being a royal pain in the butt about it, and then she got beat up for it. But you know what? We got to feel sorry for the Amazon driver, because she experienced what white oppression feels like. Jeez. Speaking of white oppression, furious fans claim Logan Paul's fight against Floyd Mayweather was fixed. It's like anytime the Paul brothers fight now, it's like definitely fixed. I'm sure there's some kind of fixation going on in there. After boxing legend appeared to stop the Logan Paul YouTuber star from falling onto the platform. You can kind of see he punched him, they held each other, and then they went down, but he kind of picked him back. It was very weird. I only saw clips. Even if Paul asked his opponent saying, "Let me survive." God, that's when you know you're doing well in a fight. Hey guys, please just let me live for another day. Mayweather dominated the contest the entire time, even though, Logan Paul's brother came out and said, "Hey, my brother just beat up Floyd Mayweather." You're like, have you seen the stats? But couldn't force the stoppage. I thought he was going to knock him out. And I put money on it, and you let me down, Floyd. But did you pay $50 to waste your life and watch this fight? Because I didn't. But it is intriguing. It's interesting how, honestly, if that's not a case for how amazing the free market is, that these idiots are making millions of dollars in boxing because they're just good at promoting, it's amazing. Amazon founder. I should have tied this to the Amazon person beating up the elderly woman, because it makes sense. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos is going to shoot himself and his brother into space starting on July 20th. And Bezos is dead. Come on. Jeff Bezos, alien-looking mofo, is going to space. Going back to his people. A stupid photo was circulating the internet this last weekend about Trump's pants. Because, when Snowflakes see something they hate, aka Trump, and he's talking, he's not allowed to have a platform of any kind. They're not gonna talk about anything he's saying. They'll make fun of the way he looks. Because it's okay to talk about that because he's a old white guy. You're allowed to make fun of the way he looks. If anything else, hey, that's sexism, that's racism, that's blah, 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 blahism. It's homophobia, that's transphobia. It's like anytime you make fun of the way somebody looks, that's okay as long as they're a white guy. But the internet went wild thinking Trump wore his pants backwards. And there's videos of it, and people are like, tell me I'm not seeing this. Trump put his pants on backwards, so stupid. Turns out it was fake. The high-resolution photos that were passing around show that hashtag Trump pants, which has a fly, which was observed to glare from angles, but was brightly lit on stage. So thank God his fly was on the right side. And now we can go on living our lives because we care about the way our leaders wear our pants. Are you guys ready for when Trump, he's going to run again? Let's be real. But are you guys ready for all the outrage that's going to happen the minute he steps back on stage and starts talking about his precious Biden? And then watch as Biden will just talk about Trump all the time instead of talking about his own failing policies. Of course, today in history, in 1979, the Texas legislature passes a bill declaring Juneteenth a state holiday. The annual June 19th celebration of the Emancipation Proclamation, not the announcement itself, but the arrival of the news of the proclamation in Texas, is officially observed in almost 50 states. Hey, I thought white people don't know about this stuff, even though Texas became the first state. These conservatives get everything wrong. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Derek O'Shea Show. If you don't mind sharing this show with all your friends and family, it would mean so much to me, and I'd appreciate it. Share it on any social media platform. I give you permission, and I welcome it. And I see when you guys do because I see an uptick in people following me, and it means a lot to me. So tell your friends and family. Make sure you subscribe to me on YouTube. Check me out on YouTube because I go live there all the time. And I always post my video on there first. Also, if you only watch me on video, there's an audio version all the time. It's on every single podcast platform. Be sure to follow me on somewhere around there. If you can't get to a video, you can't see my beautiful face, you can listen to my incredible radio-friendly voice. Have a fantastic day. And as always, I'll see you on the next episode of The Derek O'Shea Show.